Welcome back to Most Amazing Top 10. My name is Danny Burke, and I have to confess I used to be a massive nerd. Actually, I still am a massive nerd. But, at least I'm hot. Actually, probably not. Probably not hot either. But there are celebrities out there, guys, who are not only hot, they used to be massive nerds, just like me. Some of these guys and girls kept it a secret, but some of them are like totally proud of their nerdy past. So let's take a look at the best of the best, and starting things off right now with our number 10, Megan Fox. So the Transformers star probably takes up more space on the bedroom walls of teenage boys than probably any other actress in the world. Many people think she's the foxiest fox to ever hit the big screen, but you might be surprised to find she's a huge Lord of the Rings fan, and she gets angry about it too, like seriously angry. In one interview, Megan said, "I am a Lord of the Rings fan and I'll go on forums and they'll complain that Frodo is eating the lembas bread outside of Mordor instead of the mines of Moria, and they get really mad. You cannot focus completely on pleasing them because you'll never win." That's right, guys, Megan Fox there getting worked up about how nerds get worked up about Lord of the Rings, and now I'm getting worked up about that. This is already very nerdy, and we've only just started. Okay, coming in at number 9 now, we have Rosario Dawson. Now, she's appeared in huge movies such as Sin City, Daredevil, Trance, and 7 Pounds with Will Smith. Although when I read into her background, I was surprised that she's not really appeared in anything to do with Star Trek, because she is a massive Trekkie. And I don't mean Trekkie as in, oh, she knows who Captain Picard and Captain Kirk are. I mean, she can actually speak and understand Klingon. Yeah, a lot of people are immediately like, yeah, right, she's not a middle-aged man, prove that she can speak Klingon. She has done that. In a couple of interviews, she's shared Klingon words like Kepler and Putach, and you're like, okay, say no more. You're now a proven word. Well done. I'm glad I got the pronunciations right for that, unless someone's watching who speaks Klingon. At number 8 now, we have Jennifer Garner. The famous actress and wife of Ben Affleck is constantly held up as one of the hottest Hollywood has to offer. But Jennifer hasn't been too shy about sharing her nerdy love as a child for band camp, and in her own words, she said, "I was a real nerd. I wasn't the popular one. I was one of those girls on the edge of the group. I never wore the right clothes, and I had a kind of natural geekiness." She even said that when she was 13, if you had asked her what she wanted to be in life, she would have said a librarian. I'm honestly trying to find some way to defend that and be like, oh no, that's not nerdy, that's pretty cool, but yeah, it really is quite nerdy. I mean, I love books, I really do, but come on. No kid wants to be a librarian when they grow up. Not even librarians want to be librarians, Jennifer. They all end up there by accident. They get trapped in libraries by books, okay? And speaking of books, we have a total word buff now at number 7, Kate Beckinsale. She's most famous for the Underworld series of movies, and she might not look like your average bookworm, but when she was a teenager, she actually won national competitions for her short stories. And she wasn't just happy with mastering only the English language either. She began to learn French from reading French novels, like you do, and then Russian, and then German. Yeah, she was on her way to becoming an expert on novels and literature in like 4 different languages, but sadly, something came along and ruined it. At the age of 20, she had to give it all up and start her wildly successful career as one of the biggest Hollywood stars in the world. It's such a shame how something like that can come along and ruin your nerdy dreams. Bloody Hollywood! We have Asia Carrera. Now, for those of you who aren't aware of this star, she's a special kind of actress. An actress for adults, you might say. She's a famous porn star. There's no dancing around it. Asia is one of the biggest in the business, and in this industry you don't really expect to find ex-nerds, but that's exactly what she is. Asia was actually a piano prodigy. By the age of 15, she had played at Carnegie Hall twice. Most people are happy just to do that once in their life. By the following year, she was teaching English to Japanese students, like you do. And you guys might be thinking, oh well, yeah, she must have got really good piano lessons or something. Anyone can do that with the right help. Well, you're not wrong, but Asia is naturally intelligent too. She actually has an IQ of 156. It's insanely high. She's actually smarter than about 99.9% of the people on this planet. That's not far off Stephen Hawking levels of intelligence. But guys, if you want to learn more about her by googling her, just make sure you clear your history afterwards. Alright, moving on to number 5 now, we have Natalie Portman. Now over the years, she's brought her talent and good looks to movies like Thor, Black Swan and V for Vendetta, but probably her biggest movie to date is still Star Wars: The Phantom Menace, where she played Padme, the wife of Anakin Skywalker and the mother of Luke and Leia Skywalker. Huge movie, massive movie. There was a huge premiere for it where all the stars walked the red carpet, but Natalie didn't attend because she was studying for her final exams. Her high school final exams. Yeah, Natalie was a huge bookworm, and if she didn't become a huge Hollywood star, she actually could have gone on to become a scientist. At the age of 17, she actually wrote and published a real scientific paper called A Simple Method to Demonstrate the Enzymatic Production of Hydrogen from Sugar. Yeah. I hope it really is simple, because I'm just struggling with that title by itself. Coming in number 4 now, we have Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Now, a lot of you guys won't really remember back when Joseph Gordon-Levitt was just a kid on Third Rock from the Sun. Juvenile Joseph played Tommy Solomon, who was basically an old, super intelligent alien trapped in the body of a teenage boy. Yeah, it's really weird when I say it out loud, but if it sounds like your kind of thing, watch that show. It's great. He was basically a super nerd. Very, very intelligent with almost no awareness of how to interact with other people, especially girls. Joseph took a break from acting after the show was finished, and he also successfully completed puberty and came back to Hollywood as a surprise heartthrob with a string of big movies, from 500 Days of Summer to Inception, The Dark Knight Rises, and Looper. Glamour magazine voted him the sexiest actor alive for both 2015 and 2016. Like, come on mate, you're a handsome bloke, we get it, give someone else a chance, 2 years is enough, I think, just move on. And guys, we should also move on now to our number 3. We have Rashida Jones. You might recognize Rashida from the hit show Parks and Recreation. She might be one of the new hottest kids on the Hollywood block, but she admits she had a very, very nerdy childhood. She referred to her younger self in one interview as a chubby nerd. Her words, not mine, so don't say I'm being mean. Rashida said she came out of the womb reading books and thinking about her next school project. In high school, she never touched any substances that you shouldn't really be touching at that age. She was also the president of her varsity club, she was on the math team, and also the student government. And the icing on the whole nerd cake is that Rashida has proudly talked about how she had a computer with floppy disks and dial-up modem before it was cool. Yeah, I think she really gave away her inner geek there by saying that floppy disks were cool. Floppy disks have never been cool, Rashida, like ever. And now guys, we have someone that if I didn't put on this list, I'd probably get stabbed by a Harry Potter fangirl. At number 2, it's Matthew Lewis, aka Neville Longbottom. You remember him. He was always the buck-toothed, podgy-faced, nerdy kid that we all knew and loved from the Harry Potter films. The directors actually wanted to keep his geeky look so badly that he was under legal contract to not fix his crooked teeth until they had stopped filming. Yeah, he was basically getting paid to have bad teeth. But when they did finish filming Harry Potter and Matthew started appearing on red carpets around the world and in underwear photo shoots, everyone was like, wait, whoa, hold up. This guy was Neville Longbottom. This guy, where's our nerdy Neville and what have you done with him? Put him back. Suddenly everyone around the world was wondering what kind of dark magic he had pulled off to achieve that kind of transformation. Yeah, you heard me, dark magic. Personally, I think Neville Longbottom is going to be the new handsome version of Voldemort. You heard it here first. He's a bloody Death Eater. And finally now at number 1, we have Ukrainian-American megastar Mila Kunis. Now she's been voted sexiest woman alive more times than anyone can even count, and I think everyone can see why. She's obviously a very attractive woman. But did you know that she used to be very nerdy as well? Mila has admitted in interviews about her obsession with World of Warcraft, one of the biggest and notoriously nerdy games of all time. I'm allowed to say that because I used to play a lot of it. But so did Mila. She's talked about her obsession with the game and how she had to balance her borderline addiction to it with her career as one of the biggest Hollywood actresses in the world, which is frankly amazing to me because I couldn't even balance that game with school, never mind like a Hollywood career. She said she used to play the game all day sometimes, and the reason she quit wasn't because, she had like a movie career to focus on, but because her friends stopped playing. That was it. Well, it's good to know that it wasn't just me. There was another sexiest person on the planet who used to play World of Warcraft. I was beginning to think I was the only one. Well, Well guys, we've got all hot and nerdy in this video, which is a combination I never thought I'd say. Who was your favourite on the list? Did we miss someone out who was hot and nerdy, both, whatever kind of combination? Should we do a part 2 of this? The choice, as ever, is in your hands. If you want to stay up to date with everything else we have to offer here on Most Amazing Top 10, then make sure you've hit that subscribe button right down there. My name is Danny Burke. You can find me on Instagram somewhere down there as well. I usually post, mildly interesting pictures from my mildly interesting life. So yeah, check it out. It's great. Thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you in a bit.